Today we're going to talk about a couple of features with Digital Florist. One is about punctuality monitoring for your driver, and two is the always on tracking link. So within your settings, if you come over here and go into general and then into settings, select delivery, and then if you just scoot down to the bottom, there is a require background tracking location button. Now, what this means is that the driver can't start a run or continue a run if you do it in the middle of a run without having the always on background tracking. Now, it's important if you are sending out emails to customers for them to be able to track their orders, that this information is as accurate as possible. And if you drivers have got their tracking set to only when using, you don't actually know where your driver is between stops. If they're gone for an hour when it should have been half an hour, you don't have that information to give to your customers. If that's on live and the driver is stuck in a traffic jam for 15 minutes, their tracking link will update as well. So they will be able to click in and see that the time ETA has changed. So having that always on background tracking is really important if you are wanting to give your customers tracking links, as we'll cover in later on in the email. However, another reason why it's really good is if you are using the punctuality monitoring feature. Obviously, you can just tell your driver you want it for the customer tracking links reasons, but you can also keep track of and look to see patterns. If you've got particular drivers who are always late, you can see maybe if they need a little bit more help compared to a different driver, and the system will collect that information for you. To be able to see that, you would go into the analytics, and the punctuality monitoring, I'm pretty sure, is on the inside to metrics. We'll run there and we'll go to delivery, and your punctuality monitoring would show here. I've only just switched it on, so there's no data, but it would give you all that information there. So that is analytics, insights and metrics, set your dates and times, and then go to delivery, and you'll get that information there. Back to the settings quickly. So what did I want to show you here? So we've spoken about that. The customer tracking links, yes. So what I wanted to show you is when we open the app, if always on is on, so this our location sharing is on, so it's allowing us to start that run. We're going to click continue the run. The run is started. Now, because that run is started, if I go to my dashboard here and click in there, I can actually see where the driver is on the run. I'm actually going to zoom out because I'm assuming it thinks I'm in Liverpool. Yeah, there we go. So it actually does have a little D here in Liverpool because I am there. The demo site is set up for Manchester. But you could, I can see if my driver's gone off a jolly down to Liverpool, I can see that there. What I can also see is as the run is progressing and there's any idle time, it will actually tell me in real time. You can also go back into the history of the runs. So if I go into, let's go back out of here and look at the history of the run. These are all demos, a lot of them get cancelled, but it's just to give you the idea. If I click into it, all this information is still there, and this little play button will actually show you the driver going around the route, so you can have a look and see what may have happened on the run. So hopefully you find those two features useful, the always on tracking, and blame us for you having to do that. It's because we've now got the feature that you can give your customers a tracking link, and it's important that's accurate for the customers. However, it gives you all this useful useful data for tracking your driver's performance as well, if you do need that.